Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. I am someone who loves learning foreign languages through games, specifically card games like these, and I'm going to introduce each one of these games to you briefly in today's video. Keep in mind that a lot of these games have printable versions and also virtual versions that you can use to play with online. Details at languagecardgames.com. Or right here on my YouTube channel, homepage, you can see a playlist for each one of these games, see the cards up close, and see live playthrough games. I'm going to start by introducing the most generally applicable games, which would be suitable for most casual gamers and general audiences, beginning language learners, things like that. And then we'll move on to more specific games for niche audiences, some that are more difficult, etc., etc. So let's jump in. The first game is called Language Guardians, and it has 3 editions already. This is my best-selling game, and it's great for general audiences. It's very easy to learn how to play and start getting results right away because it plays in a similar way as Uno or Crazy Eights, if you know those games. Now I'm going to flip this over. You can see what the cards look like. There are green, red, blue, black and white, and purplish wild cards in these decks. And basically what you do is you say what the card tells you to say or talk about what the card tells you to talk about in your target language before you match your card down by color or by topic. And then you play along just the same as Uno or Crazy Eights, and when you get all your cards down first, you're the winner. So a lot of the games that I'm going to show you are designed to allow you to review and enrich any target language that you want. And we have groups using these games online in different target languages already. So you can potentially join up with one of our gaming groups. Okay, the next one is called Heading into Language Land. There's only one edition of this game right now, but I'm currently working on the second of it. And this, I would say, is my latest and greatest game, but it's maybe not the best for general audiences, for very casual or beginning gamers or language learners, because it's a little bit more complex to learn how to play it. And it includes a lot of colorful categories that move us beyond the beginning stage of language learning. But I strongly recommend this game because we are playing with it online every Saturday, and we have active gaming groups to support you and help to keep you accountable. This game also has foil cards, card commissions. We can design your own game card. There's some pre-built study guides for it in various languages. So I really do consider it my best work, and it really has a whole resource package around it, a better resource package to support you than any other game I'm going to show you today. So remember this one, Heading into Language Land. Next up is the Other Tongue series. This game has 3 additions to it. The different editions of games basically have more topics to speak about and different themes. So like the Language Guardian series has different themes and different topics, and so does this one. Spellbound is fantasy themed, Word Factory Inc. is sci-fi themed, Rise of the Steampunks is steampunk themed, but all the cards are fully compatible. It's all the same game. This game, though, I would say is really for advanced language learners and experienced gamers. It is complex, it's a bit hard to learn how to play, there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of strategy, so I would say it has a similar learning curve or difficulty level as something like Magic the Gathering, or maybe Yu-Gi-Oh!, or maybe Star Wars, something like that. So it is much more involved. I recommend it for experienced gamers and people who are really interested in the fine details of language learning and linguistics. Next, we're going to start getting into some more niche categories. I have a couple of games here specifically for Mandarin Chinese learners. Mandarin is actually my target language. I live in China, and the very first games I ever made professionally to sell were these games, which I called Chinese Champions. This is the first edition and the second edition. I made the first edition artwork by paper cutting. So this artwork, all the artwork for these game cards was made by my own hand. And the second edition has my own photography from my travels in China. So I made these games to support and enrich my own Mandarin studies and to make me more excited to learn some cool words and concepts related to that. But people said it looked so cool and they were so interested in it that they wanted to see it made for other languages. And that's when I started to branch out and create all these other games that I've shown you here today, which actually are designed to support anyone, regardless of the language that they're learning. But if you're into Mandarin Chinese specifically, you might like these cards. You can study them just like flashcards, or you can play a fairly simple game with it, which is actually quite fun. Every game card has English, Hanzi, simplified Hanzi, that is, which is what the mainland China uses, and Pinyin. Okay, and last I want to show you these two decks, which are related to the use of physical flashcards. I am someone who likes to use physical flashcards to build my vocabulary, and I also like to use a spaced repetition system like the Leitner box. If you don't know what the Leitner box is, that was the precursor to the digital system Anki, which a lot of people know and love. So the Leitner box is simply like a box like you might have a shoebox or something that allows you to sort and keep track of which flashcards you should test on which day. If you're interested in doing a digital detox and getting away from screens, I highly recommend you set up your own Leitner box and put your flashcards in there. But these games are meant to help you gamify your flashcard review, making flashcard review more like a game and less like a boring chore or a simple rote memorization task. Leitner cards, this deck of cards, you put them into your Leitner box system. And when the cards appear, you do special challenges with the flashcards you made, which are near to the card that appeared in your box. So as you go through different days, different Leitner cards will pop up and give you different challenges to do with your physical flashcards that you're encountering on that day. Fighting flashcards, this really makes your physical flashcards something that you can battle with. So each player can bring their own physical flashcards that they have made to the table. It doesn't matter what subject it is. It doesn't matter what they're studying. You could battle chemistry against French. You could battle history facts against your medical exam terminology. Anything that you have physical flashcards for, language learning or otherwise, you can integrate with this deck of cards to have a battle with the other player. And basically, this is going to give you different challenges to run through with your flashcards, and the first person to get through their flashcards and all the challenges first wins. And there's some other things you can do along the way to trip up the other player or put some of their discarded flashcards back into their deck, sort of slowing them down, things like that. So this one's called Fighting Flashcards. Remember, every deck has its own playlist here on my YouTube channel. So you can go to my YouTube channel homepage, scroll down, you're going to see a playlist for each one of these. So again, to sum up, Language Guardians, just like Uno or Crazy Eights. Heading into Language Land, my latest and greatest, with online groups every Saturday playing the virtual version. Other Tongue, this one's called Other Tongue, and it is more complex, better for advanced linguists and gamers. Chinese Champions for Mandarin Chinese learners, and Leitner cards and Fighting Flashcards, which is for the people who love using physical flashcards. I hope these games can help you out. I hope they can help make your language learning journey truly unforgettable and fun. Find out more details at languagecardgames.com or subscribe to my YouTube channel so you will be aware of when the upcoming videos come out, because I really want to help you stay motivated and accountable around your language learning and really all your creative pursuits. Hope to see you back here in the next one. Bye-bye for now.